spot where you can really visually see where a lot of this water that's rushing off of our roofs, our streets, is coming. Two things that are at play here and that are problems with stormwater runoff are the quality of the water and the quantity. As the water rushes past our streets, it picks up all these pollutants and a lot of trash, and that all ends up in our streams and our rivers and waterways. The quantity of the water coming from stormwater runoff is the second major issue. We're all familiar with the term flash flooding because of all of what we call impermeable surfaces, the asphalt, the concrete. The water has nowhere to go. It can't go back into the soil and recharge our aquifers as it would in nature. Instead, it just runs down our pavements and our streets, ends up in waterways like this, and cause flooding along the way. So we want to do everything we can to create areas where that water can recharge our underground resources to help our aquifers and also to prevent all of this polluted water flowing into our streams and flooding our cities. Two things that we're seeing here: serious erosion and lots of trash accumulating, and this isn't even really that bad of a spot.
Since the water isn't going through the soil, it's just rushing off the cement. The water picks up a lot of pollutants, it becomes hotter, and it moves faster, which is what causes the erosion. There's so much more water that's coming into these streams now because the water cannot be absorbed into the soil due to the cement.
So it's been raining for about 6 hours or so, and look at the quantity of water that's rushing by. I know we typically just drive by this and don't really think twice about it, but that's why we want to talk about it. This really isn't natural. This is a product of our cities and the built environment, and the fact that we're not letting the water seep through the ground naturally, and we're giving it no place to go. So it causes flooding, and it causes this rush of water where otherwise it wouldn't. They've had to concrete the banks because of the erosion, I'm sure, and all of this water is trying to be managed.
This is why it is so important to use rain barrels and to have rain gardens in your yard. You need to try to harvest as much of the rainwater as possible so it doesn't go rushing off into our stormwater system, and we get it back into the earth to recharge the aquifers that are below the surface of the soil. When my husband and I were remodeling our home a few years ago, and we were making changes on how to make it more environmentally friendly, one of the decisions we made was to take out our cement driveway and put in a decomposed granite driveway. And that way the water is able to seep into the underground water system, and we have a permeable surface as a driveway.